What's happening, everybody? So today I want to talk about Enneagram 837, and the reason I want to talk about Enneagram 837 or even 378 or 783 or whatever your mover shaker tri-type is because I always want to hear more information about my tri-type, and it's always something I'm curious about, and there's not enough information on the internet about it. The best place to look is the INTP forum on Google is probably the best mover shaker tri-type explanation so far. And well, I wanted to make a video about it because I wish that there were more videos like this. So here you go. There's hardly any videos about it. So mover shaker tri-type. So I am an 837. You might have a different order of the points, but this is a triple assertive tri-type. This is the most assertive tri-type and the most kind of extroverted and oriented to getting after it and making things happen in the world. And I fully relate to that. And if you're watching this video and you're an 837, I would imagine that you would relate to that too. And if you don't relate to that, it's likely that you're not an 837, I think. So, you got the three different things. So, eights their fundamental thing is that they, don't want to be controlled, and they want to kind of control their environment, and they don't want to be harmed, and they want to, ultimately what that leads to, though, is you get it's kind of the challenger or the boss, or this type of person is advancing and moving forward in life, and, often leading or wanting to, be on their own and be very fiercely independent. So like leading or being on their own, but eights will not do well in the middle of a hierarchy. And if you have 837, there's part of you likely that is like that. Then for threes, you've got the achiever, or whatever you want to call it. They want to be successful. They are concerned about being seen as not successful, and not valuable. And that's kind of what's playing out in a three's mind. So obviously these types go a lot deeper. Check out, Enneagram Institute, and you can kind of do deeper dives. I'm doing like kind of an all wrapped thing here. And then the other thing about it is then there's 7, which is sort of a upbeat, happy variety seeking type, that also might distract themselves from their problems through action. So you've got all these different things. You got the 3 types that are kind of the most action and success oriented. Sometimes you meet, 1s or 5s or all kinds of people that can be, success oriented. I even know a couple 4s that are, very effective. But 837 is a particularly aggressive and energized tri-type. You're going to see, interestingly, like mover and shaker. I never had a particularly great connotation with mover and shaker until I looked up the origin of it. And the mover and shaker, it's like people that move and shake the world is what it is. I thought it was some kind of weird, kind of goofy networking guy, but it's not. It's someone who moves and shakes the world, and it comes from, I have to Google this again, but there's like some kind of poem that was originally made a long time ago, and it was sort of one of these things where someone was talking and kind of poetically waxing about movers and shakers that move and shake the world. So that's what a mover shaker means, and the way that it's often written about is that you'll see mover and shakers. They're highly entrepreneurial, maybe the most entrepreneurial tri-type, and they are going to be success oriented, entrepreneurial. Another word that is used is expansive powerhouse, and I love that. That's an awesome one. Some awesome descriptive words that I really enjoy. And yeah, I just wanted to get after it and make things happen and take on challenges and create as much and not go as far as they can go, but they're thinking, how far can one go? They're trying to get that, go as far as can be gone. So I fully relate to it. I love it. It's one of the best personality descriptions, or it's one of the personality descriptions that I like and feel like I want to try on and keep. Meanwhile, sometimes people are like, you're an ENTJ, you're an ENTP, and those haven't stuck very well for me. Sometimes I feel like an ENTJ, and sometimes I feel like an ENTP, but in different ways. But 837, I always feel like an 837. So, and at the same time, you're always going to be going for your levels of health, right? So, if you're an 8, you want to feel safe in the world and comfortable and confident, and you're not, reacting out and lashing out at people. And that's going to be a part of all the 837s. If you have an 8 lead, that's going to be the top thing. And even if you're pretty healthy, you're the fourth level of health, you're getting past, emotionally not looking at your needs and not really looking at your needs and just kind of denying your needs in the name of safety for yourself and those that you care about. And eventually you can just get to that kind of clean burning place where you are still effective and heroic, but not, ruining yourself. And 3s as well, they get confident and comfortable with who they are and no longer feel completely defined by their achievements, although they still enjoy achieving. And then they also, 8s will start being more extra helpful, and 3s will become extra loyal. And a lot of 3s you'll see also wanting to teach and help people with things. So that's great about that. And 7s get really appreciative of life. It's really interesting to see 7s who are in like a really healthy state and just like the pure appreciation and joy in their eyes sometimes with certain things that they're doing. It's a very sweet thing to see. I have a couple of 7 friends that I've kind of noticed it in, and I've gone, oh, that's the theory in action. And you really are in such a deep state of gratitude. And it's nice to see. So that is the Mover Shaker Tritype. Those are some thoughts for growth as well. The 3s want to become comfortable without, the part of you that's a 3 wants to be comfortable with who you are without worrying about your successes driving you. The 8 wants to understand that you're safe in the world no matter what happens. And, to be honest, I have tons of 8 and tons of 3, so I actually don't. What is a 7? I guess a 7 needs to become focused and calm and a little bit more self-reflective and appreciative. I think that's kind of what a 7 sees. But if you have more tips for 7 growth, leave them in the comments. I don't want to start Googling stuff in the middle of this talk, because I have a lot of 8 and a lot of 3. I have some 7. I'm not going to say I don't have any 7, but it's not such a major pattern that I've had to work through so much. So amazing. Well, guys, that is the 837 Tritype. And if you're 837, drop a comment. And lots of love to everybody. You want to have a discussion about it in the comments, start it up. And all the best to you. Lots of love, and hope you're well.